Okay, so we're going to be checking out the Tenants today. This was a game that actually sponsored the channel. It was my very first sponsor of the channel, like almost 2 years ago, when they did their initial release. That I really enjoyed the game. It's kind of like Landlord Simulator kind of thing, where you buy apartments and all that, you fix them up, you rent them out, you make money to then, buy the next one kind of thing. And so not getting into like the whole thing about that as far as like lifestyle and the impacts and all that. It's just a fun little game. They actually, like, you can actually be like a good landlord. But it's kind of a cool thing that when they did that, like I was just barely after affiliate, they sent me like a little plushie and everything of one of the main characters. And so this is kind of cool. But they got their new Pets DLC came out, and I saw it and I'm like, yeah, I'd love to check it. I wonder if it still has my save file. It probably does. Anyways, with all that said, so yeah, so the game about this, like the Tenants, is you do buy properties, fix them up, rent them out. You can also, before you have the money to buy your own apartments to sell, you can go to existing apartments and help find them tenants to stay at those apartments. You can go in and fix up, like, they'll have like a leaky pipe, so you go in and fix the leaky pipe or whatever, so you help them take care of their people. Censor pests? Censor drugs? Okay, these are new settings. I should say, one thing I do is whenever I pop into a game, I do take a second to go to the settings. I'm getting ahead of myself because I already played this, to look for accessibility functionality and that kind of stuff. Because that can all be like really good things to, call attention to. It's like, hey, they're doing right by this. Now, the absence of accessibility settings doesn't necessarily mean it's a problem. You can design games that they don't need them. But that said, so we do actually have a UI dark and light, which I appreciate, because photophobia is a thing and photosensitivity is a thing. For those who don't know the difference, photophobia is where you look at bright lights and you just kind of go, ah, that's unpleasant. So you've just left a movie theater out into the sunlight kind of situation. It's not hurting you, it's just not fun. Versus photosensitivity is it's actually causing harm. Migraines, seizures, that kind of stuff. But having stuff like dark mode that can help with those kind of things, to not quote-unquote flashbang the user. With games, you typically are dealing with photophobia more than photosensitivity, but it's not always that case. We have background traffic density, shadow distances, all performance stuff. So this is mostly straightforward things. Audio settings are pretty straightforward. Controls are fine. Twitch integration. I wish I knew this had this before. If it didn't require an OAuth token, can I just do it like this? I'm assuming it'll require an OAuth token. Yeah. I'm not going to set that up right now, because an OAuth token, I got to check what permissions it's asking for and do all that sort of stuff. You can get yourself in trouble with giving OAuth tokens out, depending on what it's doing. So, if I knew this was here beforehand, I would have probably set it up. Unfortunately, short notice, I'm not plunking down my token there. Because I'd have to generate one. So that's cool. I think from what it looked like is there would be something you could vote to like cause something to happen, like maybe break a pipe in one of my apartments or whatever, and that the people who show up would be named after characters. All right, so we are going to start a new game because I haven't... Oh, here, they have the development roadmap. Yeah, so there was 1.0 releases, I think what I did. They added modding support, and now the Pets DLC, and they've got more coming. So cool. But yeah, so let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, so we actually have... I deleted a save file at one point. But yeah, so we had like one of these is on stream. So it's kind of cool that they still have my save files even though I hadn't installed it. So Rual, Storge. Actually, do I want to... I was debating if I want to like make a character that's like Venus or Roscoe or something just so I could differentiate the save file. But there's no one who would fit that character. Sure. I don't know. Alright. So yeah, so you have Landlord mode, which is the mode I'm familiar with. I'm assuming creative mode just lets you go without any money limits. Censor pests and drugs. I'm assuming what that does is if we choose censor pests, it gets rid of like the insect infestation event, which is just like little pixels on the ground or whatever. I don't think it's like giant spiders running around or anything. And then the censor drugs... I only remember there being like beer bottles, like, someone got drunk in their place in beer bottles. So I don't know what's happened with that. But it's been a long time that I played, and they've definitely had some updates. But we'll check this out, see what we got. We'll be playing this for a while, and then we'll probably check out, I believe it's called Lens Island, which we had checked out previously on the channel. and had a good time with, but it was like a very, very early access build. So we were limited.
Welcome to Wondersville. We're currently struggling with a small immigration crisis, but it's a great town. Most of the city can't be accessed for now, but we'll unlock other districts over time. Ready to dive in? Click on the Slums District and meet me there. I'll explain more as we go.
And for those who don't know the difference between the words immigration and emigration, emigration is people leaving, immigration is people coming in. So what he's basically saying is right now we have a whole bunch of people moving out of town. That's a problem. New items unlocked. You're awesome. A few rewards for all players who supported the early access development. I mean, you literally actually supported me through sponsoring my channel, but yeah, I definitely supported you. I mean, I guess I did. But still, dear Storge, thank you for joining us in the early access adventure. The Tenants definitely wouldn't be the game that it is without your participation and feedback. We're excited to hear your thoughts about the full release. In the meantime, enjoy the special set of rewards to celebrate your contributions to the game. That's cool. And I apparently have the Steve plushie. Thank you.
There you are. I've seen folks get lost in this place before. Anyhow, check out your cell phone. I've left a job for you. Better take it before someone else does.
All right. So we get jobs out there. So we're going to Sesame Street, 604, apartment 1. I need someone to turn my old trailer into a proper living space.
Well
oh, yeah.
Done. I knew you would do just fine. Okay, now on to the real thing. Take a look at my old camper. I'm renting it to my friend, Pedro, and it might look messy, but I bet you'll make it all nice and fancy. So let's get started.
So these didn't used to be voice acted. So I'm glad they are, because it is one of those things, a lot of it, where you have to read all it. Okay, so yeah, so we have this camper. It's a disaster. This is one of the mission types. They just basically clean up the place and make it nice.
Garbage. No wonder I smelled something. I was starting to think it was you. Why don't we start with that? I know you don't like to get your hands dirty, so let me know what you want to clean up, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, so this is the character they gave me a plushie for. It's
Great.
like your uncle or whatever.
Stop the two of us if we keep this up. Still plenty to go, though, including a bunch of damaged and broken furniture. Let me know what I should do with it.
But yeah, so you have your uncle who will like do all the work. He's just like a handyman or whatever. I think he's your uncle. Uncle Steve. Now there's a chance you fail when you repair. At which point then it gets junked and you have to replace it.
That was the last of it. Phew. You can end this whole cleaning bonanza by politely pointing me to the front door. Try it. I promise I won't take it personally.
Okay. Are you sure you want to exit the premises? Yes.
At my age, it's a little hard to see. So click on the apartment and enter renovation mode. I want to see how our work looks from up close.
Alright, renovation. Welcome to renovation mode. In this mode, the game time will run slower so you can focus on the job at hand. As you can see in the top left corner, your remaining budget for the job is highlighted. In blue to distinguish it from your own money. Use the menu at the bottom of the screen to access different renovation options. Some of them are not available yet, but don't worry, you'll get them eventually. You can go back to the game by clicking the Leave button on the last tab.
It already looks so much better. Now let's take care of the floors. Look at the checklist on the right and pick the appropriate type of floor. You can hover over item icons to learn more about them.
Yeah, so let's see. Welcome to renovation mode. In this mode, you will renovate. So one of the things I appreciate about this game is there'll be a lot of games that'll do this kind of thing where it's like you need to make this place look like whatever, and you just have to like go into their area and like search for it down here and it works. But you can just like literally click it, it automatically fills it in. So they like basic, they hate vintage.
Just like that. Now we'll see if you can do the walls as well. Don't forget to check the requirements on the right side of the screen.
All right.
Perfect. Now on to the most interesting part, furnishing. Pick whichever piece of furniture you like and place it in the apartment. You can rotate an item using the keys shown on the screen. Just look at the bottom right-hand UI.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot they have hookups in the game, so you actually have to like put the hookup. So I can put it anywhere in this space. I don't have to put it like right there. It has to be anywhere inside this. Well, that's funny. They get sad about the idea of putting the electrical box near the toilet, which is fair, I guess.
You're getting the hang of it. Great. Now I'll leave you to it. Finish up the place however you like, but remember that you have to meet all the requirements before you can deliver the job.
Oh yeah, and certain furniture near each other gives bonuses and all that. Like having the toilet brush and that next to the toilet and all that. Yeah, that's this thing. It's like putting the toilet straight in line with the bed. I wanted to put it back there, but the shower's there. It's also interesting. So they're actually mad about the utility box being near that. I don't actually care enough. All right, mirror. Poor Pedro. Okay, does not like vintage. So if I buy that one, they're not gonna like it.
It came out better than I expected. Now head over to the Finalize tab and click on Deliver Job.
Oh yeah, let's just take a moment to consider this house or apartment or trailer. So you walk in the door, and there's immediately like a big screen TV just laying on the floor. You got your electrical box right next to your head. You've got your fridge and bed just kind of shoved off to the right. You walk around your TV laying on the floor to your couch where you have plain view of the toilet directly from the bed. And you go in here, and if you have anything ever leak, your TV is on the floor right next to your bathroom. It's perfect. Don't change it. All right, so deliver our job.
Now that you've finished your first official job,
Yeah, no sink. Come
I'll
on.
tell you a secret. Your aunt,
That's what the
my
shower's
dear
for.
wife, left you this unit. I think it's a perfect opportunity to get your landlord career started, but the apartment will require some upfront work before we can rent it out. Click on the apartment, switch to the Upgrades tab, and begin the installation of electricity.
Yeah, so they give us a free place to start out with to start our career off. We still have to do all the work that costs us, but the unit itself is free. There are a few permanent upgrades that you can install into properties. Some of them are required by law to actually rent out a unit. These include electricity, heating, and water. Fortunately, we've got the last one covered already for your first apartment. You can access the list of upgrades by clicking on the properties and switching to the Apartment Upgrades tab. Apartment upgrades. Installing an upgrade costs money and takes time to complete the process. Most upgrades will also require manual configuration once the base utility is in place. For example, once you have electricity in your apartment, you'll also have to install the actual power outlets in selected places. These outlets are usually have a limited range on which they work, so it's good to think ahead about where you're going to put your future furniture in the layout.
Usually, it takes some time to perform the basic installation, but now that we have the electricity installed on our property, we still have something left to do. Let's enter the apartment, and I'll explain more as we go. Click on the Configure button in the Upgrades tab. Good.
Okay.
Now you'll have to use your smarts. We need to install the electricity sockets with a furniture layout in mind, but don't worry. You can move these later if they don't fit your design. Select the Upgrades tab. Choose the electric wall outlet and let me know where you want me to place it. I suggest we do the one that'll be connected to the fridge first. Usually, outlets cost money, but I've found a few spare ones in the trunk of my car that we can use first.
Yeah, so I was thinking the same thing. Compared to saying they installed the box right where I put the bathroom. Yup. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, where's the corner I can tuck the bathroom? Nope, that's where the electric box is. Okay. So we can put outlets different places. So I'm assuming this will be where the bedroom and all that is. Let's plan for like the bed to be over here. We'll put like we'll just say it calls like the living space.
Looks good to me. Now you can add as many as you want. Just exit the renovation when you're done.
So here's the water hookup right there. There's also water hookups there and there. We'll end this wall as well. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Now that we've got electricity, you'll have to take on some more jobs and save up for installing the heating and for some renovation work. Good luck. I'm going fishing. Open the Jobs app. I've got something special for you. You'll learn the basics of taking care of tenants through my friend Pedro.
You literally said you're going fishing and you're gonna let me take jobs. Okay, so we have a job reviews. We did not give them the preferred furniture. We forgot the DVD player, but everything else they liked. That's fine. I don't really care. So jobs. We're going back to there. Babysitting jobs require you to take care of tenants in a way that maximizes their happiness. Work on making sure you resolve issues promptly. If given enough time and funds, you can look into getting them something nice. Babysitting tenants. Each tenant is characterized by an archetype. Traits, likes, dislikes. The archetype denotes what kind of person they are and what they do on a day-to-day basis. Traits influence their behavior as a renter and the way you need to take care of them. Likes and dislikes will come into play when trying to please them. Remember that each tenant is different and requires a different approach. Good luck. Cool.
Believe it or not, our good old Pedro isn't easy to please and is not very happy with our renovation. Let's try making him happier. Open his tenant panel. Now open the gift menu. Send him something and hope for the best.
Okay. So our tenant panel.
Now open the gift menu, send him something, and hope for the best.
Personality type, I'll call it, well, there's food. Let's send him donuts.
Well done. Now you can go back to earning enough cash to install heating at your aunt's place.
Let's see. I saw you recommended Trustin. I actually watched his entire Runark series on YouTube. It's about the only creator who fed much attention to it. Runark, I actually don't know that one. But yeah, no, Trustin's fantastic. A big part of my kickoff in Project Zomboid was thanks to Trustin. He before like it was really relevant, he dropped a raid on me. That was a pretty generous raid for me at the time. That kind of put me on the map in Project Zomboid. Which, you know, then I played a bunch of Project Zomboid, and then Project Zomboid blew up after that point, and that's a big part of what got me to partner was thanks to Trustin. So definitely, absolutely fantastic creator. Let's see. You're going to start working on other people's projects now. The Jobs app, with all that, whatever. Are you happy? I don't really understand. Alright, so jobs. Yeah, I didn't know he was on Twitch. It's super cool that you two intertwined. Yeah. The grift is really nice. I like it a lot. Yay! Are you happy now? Are you happy? I need to know if you're happy. It's important. No, you're not happy. Alright. So, we're looking for jobs. It's been a while since I played, so, like, they do the whole thing where everything goes there. So, you need a billiard room. You're a pro gamer in need of a bedroom renovation. Good morning. You're looking to complete competent person to renovate my dining room. Let's go deal with the pro gamer one. Because why not? We're streaming games. It's relevant. Anything cooler, I stumbled on both of you. Yeah, you'll end up finding if you do oh right. So there's like, wait, how do I find my way back here? I'm forgetting the ways you do certain stuff. So we need to go to renovation here. Alright, so begin the renovation. Based on the interior design of your properties, they're assigned a prestige rating that impacts how potential tenants and jobs clients react to your apartments. Scoring takes into consideration all the items put in a given room or apartment, as well as the flooring, walling, and materials. In most jobs, your client will specify a preferred prestige rating for each room they require. How you choose, how you close, you get to the room will to that rating. Jeez, I can't words. Will directly impact the prestige category score of the job. Basically, they decide how heckin' fancy they want the room, and you gotta meet it. Keep in mind that you'll always check the prestige rating by clicking on a given room to final view. Okay. So preferred prestige F/B. You want linoleum carpet. You want basic. You dislike Zen. Okay. It physically does not. My eyes are physically displeased looking at this. Color variants. Most items come in a few color variants to choose from. You can choose the given color variant before you buy it by clicking on the brush. Yeah, so that's the thing. And they don't have any preferred color or anything like that. But yeah, no, it's what I was saying is it's surprisingly how much overlap you actually run into with people on streams and all that. That like if you find one person's thing, you'll end up finding usually a bunch of others as well. This poor person, I'm giving them all of the absolute cheapest of everything we can get them. I just realized there's no power in this room. A video game console. Definitely putting that on the floor. Couple of games. We're gonna give two of the same game. They want an anime figurine. And remember, these anime figurines were not small things. This is such a nightmare room. Can I fit both the chessboard and the, Remember, chat, this is the pro gamer room. So you get them a flag of the, or like the world. They have a summer DJ poster. Actually, we could do better than this. Karaoke Twins. Twilight Pyramids poster. Oh yeah, they actually have they actually did partnerships with some arcades. So you have a house flipper poster, which is put in the art of this place. Then there's other ones they just made pantomimes. Lifeboat. Zombie muffins. Just a poster of Uncle Steve. That's what you do. You renovate someone's home and you put a poster of your uncle on the wall. Absolutely. No questions asked. This is just what needed to happen. Okay, so what I need to do is install an outlet here and install an outlet there. All right. So I believe that covers everything else. So we have a preferred prestige of C, and we're currently at B. So it's just slightly not too heckin' fancy enough. So we need to bump that up just a little bit. Here. How do you feel about a bottle of whiskey? And a Heineken. I'm not giving you the Christmas soup. Oh, wait, can I fit it? You highlighted for a second there. It's fine. And a toaster. Is that a newspaper heat pad? It's just a real hideous carpet. Oh, interesting. That'll give us a bonus. So put a mini fridge in there. Still not quite up to C. That's our budget, so as long as I don't overspend from that, we're fine. We could go ahead and toss a microwave on top of the fridge, I assume. Still not quite up to C. So you'll notice that they get the smiley face next to each other when you put certain things together. That's kind of what we're going for, is kitchen hood. No, so they don't care about any of that. Shower stuff just randomly there. Go. Square meter so they can look at themselves in the mirror while they're here. This is important. Bedroom stuff. I can't put the alarm clock on there? Come on. An Uncle Steve plushie. Now we're saving that. That's unique. We have wardrobe. We've got beds I don't have room for. We've got a random diploma. Got some books. Those aren't helping much. I need things that help each other when they're nearby each other. So I gave a boost to the video game system. The DVDs don't matter. Got the DVD player. This is a terrible layout, and I love how awful it is. Why am I not getting higher preferred prestige? I should be going up at least a little bit. One shared speaker for all that stuff? Why are you not going up? Toaster on the microwave? I don't think I can put the toaster on the microwave. Let's see. So we're still fine with our budget so far. Get ourselves a wall clock. Put up some shade so we can keep the evil, evil light out. Hey, there we go, we're B. Alright, so we avoided everything Zen, we took mostly basic, we got all the preferred furniture. Yeah, so the big thing was I cheaped out a bunch of stuff, even though it shouldn't have to, because that's my budget there. So I could spend up to that entire budget. If you do overspend, it does come out of your money, though. So that does mean we are done. And that should be it. So deliver job. Do I need to do anything to our rooms? It's just this one room, right? Pretty sure it's one room. Deliver the job.
Uh-oh. Something's happening in my camper. It looks like all the gifts in the world wouldn't make Pedro happy to behave any better. Honestly, I don't have any patience left to deal with this guy. We're going to have to resort to drastic measures. Open up the tenant menu. Good. Now click on the sabotage button. And remember not to mention this to anyone. Choose whichever option you prefer. You'll unlock more of them as you learn the trade.
Yeah, so you could just, like, kick him out, but you could, like, sabotage him to piss him off to get him to leave so that you don't get... Hi. Oh, right, because we gained a level because we finished the job. Cool. They just gave us a bunch of new things to do. So, if you have a buck to spend, you can look at the available services to sabotage items which provide extra opportunity to interact with your tenant. Treat your renter with something they like or hate if you want to greatly influence their happiness.
Call me a bad friend, but I can't wait to see his expression when he gets what he deserves. Let's hope this will be the final straw that makes him break the lease agreement.
Let's see. Why did you send that guy? I just wanted some peace and quiet. Looks like there's some spare learning points in your skill tree. These are points that can be earned to learn leveling up and can be used to unlock new perks. The skill tree. There are 3 main branches to progress through. Tenants, Landlord, and Uncle, which can be browsed with the arrow keys. You can access the skill tree at the dedicated mobile app. Alright.
Thank you. Now I think I'll move into that camper myself. No more.
So yeah, so if you didn't catch what we did there, is we were unhappy with our tenant. Oh, we got like basically a perfect rating on that last house. We were unhappy with our tenant, but of course there's a lease agreement there, and you can't just evict a person against their lease without suffering a penalty. So of course we did the ethical thing, and rather than, eat the penalty to get rid of, a lease that was problematic, instead we sent a person with a trumpet into the building to blast the trumpet until the tenant left on their own. So certainly that's an ethical way of approaching that. So yeah, so the tenants, you could choose to get things to sabotage them. You can get nicer gifts for them, or just other nice things. Like you could send like a professional chef to go and like do nice things. You have one tree here where you can actually do things like teach Steve to be better at repairing stuff, increase the cleaning speed of things. So this is all like around Steve doing stuff. And then you have like the landlord, which honestly to me when I last looked at the landlord looked like the important one of being able to lease more property, to have different varieties of leases, like different durations and all those kinds of things, which gave you so much utility. It was like, why would I take the other ones? Which I'm going to take again because I should be allowed to take this. Cost 1. I have one. Unlock skill. That's fine, I'll deal with that later. I'm going to just save up for it later. But I paused so I could kind of go through that. It's a night kitchen, so you got classy night kitchen design. Cool. Set up apartment utility heating. We got a second skill point. Why can I not choose these? Oh, don't photo mode. Huh, we'll deal with that in a minute. So that's our levels, that's our jobs. Where are my properties? We'll go here. And we need to upgrade, and we need to install heating. Because we require heating as a basic function for the apartment. Alright. And so with that, I want to renovate the apartment. Oh, you have to configure the heating? I don't remember how this works at all. Air vent. I mean, the whole thing still looks red. So we've got power, we've got electricity, we've got the air vent, we have the water pipe valves, so you got water in those corners. You can have floor water pipes as well as floor outlets, so they're less intrusive. I guess we have heating? Because the whole room's kind of orange. It's probably fine.
Here we go. I've got a surprise for you. But first, we need to clean this place up. Send me in, and let's get started right away. You know the drill.
Okay, so clean everything. Yep, player storage unlocked. You can now store items you have fixed in your shiny storage area your uncle managed to secure. Once stored, the items can later be placed in any apartment renovation
That's
mode.
right. I've managed to track down a nice little storage area for your scavenging hunts. Do you know how many folks are okay with you throwing away their broken furniture? Well, now you can try to fix it instead and store it in your stash for later use.
Yep. Let's see. Plus, some of the stuff you can find there is quite special. Be on the lookout for so-called unique items and make sure you don't waste them on some fool's run-down studio apartment. Anyway, let's wrap this up. All right. Basically, you steal their furniture because you're renovating. I think that's everything. Let's quickly turn the camera, make sure. Yep. Okay.
We can finally get to work and finish up Auntie's old place.
All right, remodeling unlock. Let's rock and roll. You can now access remodeling tools to build and demolish walls and use them responsibly.
As you can see, you've unlocked a new renovation tab called remodeling. Let's try it out now. Demolish one of the inner walls first.
That one.
That was nice. But let's see if you can build walls as good as you can tear them down. Not bad. Now on to the doors. They can only be okay, not bad. But did you know that you can also edit windows in your properties? Go ahead and build a new window. Those can only be placed on the exterior walls.
I was about to say, like, do you count that as exterior? Because it's not. I'm pretty happy with the windows the way they are. I guess I'll put another one in the front. Oh, there's a power connection.
Lastly, the demolish button can be used to tear down walls and remove windows. Switch to demolish and select a... It looks like you've learned the basics by now. It's time to meet all the requirements on the list. Remember, the better the interior design, the wealthier tenants will want to live in your units. I'll leave you to do your thing. You're the boss after all.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dev, did you see that we did Project Zomboid yesterday? We did a whole stream of it. I didn't see. I wasn't sure if you were lurking or whatever. But like I had said, I was going to do it, so I'm hoping you made it for that. All right, so yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Like I said, I said I was gonna do it. Built a window. Yeah, no, it's doing the tutorial thing and all that. Well, the VOD's still there, so I'm sorry you missed it. Because that's one of the things I was trying to make sure today is like, yeah, Friday works. Like, oh, cool, yeah, that'll work. All right, so we don't have a strong opinion on what is. Yeah, that was a good stream. Had a good time with it. Get accordion doors. Just gets accordion doors. That's what we're doing. We're getting accordion doors. We're gonna make it like beige. We're gonna get beige accordion doors. That's what we're doing in this house. It'll be lovely. I say with no belief that'll be lovely at all. We'll make the gray concrete for that. That's a utility room. For the bathroom, just generic white tile, as you do. Those are crazy lately. Got arrested the other day. Friendly neighborhood. Ooh, that's not fun. All right, you have a good one, Dev So Dusty. Stay out of trouble, all right? We'll put in just. That's not generic enough. I want to make this as generic as can be. You know what? That's actually just straight up regular wood. That can be pretty generic. There's not like a beige floor. And that one's just exposed concrete. So walls. Where's like just beige, beige. Slightly blue. All right, so we've gone for a properly as generic as an apartment can be. So that's good there. So start getting into our furnishing. So we need a toilet as a requirement. So we got a full toilet. An easy toilet. So they probably should choose what styling we're going for. Because that'll affect what type of tenants we get. So put a modern toilet. We'll go for modern design, I think. And for that, do modern and basic. Oh, weird. It's not giving me a plus. Normally it gives you a plus for putting the toilet bowl brush near the toilet. Why am I not getting a bonus for putting those together? Huh. The toilet bowl brush. We will put, where's the sink? Put the sink there. Put a mirror. No shower, costs extra. And you want a bedroom. So that's the required listings for the apartment. It doesn't really say how much of anything we need. Okay, so you want a fridge. Okay, it's just basic and posh. So we're gonna choose basic. That's basically our budget there. Alright, so it's not the greatest, but it is what we got. Can we make the prestige a little bit higher by adding anything? It's basically got no money to speak of, so... We have modern carpet. And the only reason I'm doing that is, if I remember correctly, generally I hate it. That I can work with. There you go. You have 3K points. Talking about budgeting and no money. Yeah. Alright, so we've got... Oh, color variant. There. A soulless apartment. This is every apartment you've moved into in an area where you just go, what is this apartment? Beige. What else is it? Beige. And then like having either like a white or a blue bathroom. But everything else in the apartment is as like unintrusive as possible. That has no color characteristic whatsoever. I'm gonna turn on our music because the music in this game is the music turned off in this game? Did I actually turn the music? No. I don't think we did previously. No. I'm gonna turn the music off now because the music is straight up napping. So whoop. Alright. So, I think we got our place. We have basically bankrupted ourselves. So if we look at our place, it's almost entirely modern. It's like modern, posh, and basic.
It looks like the remodeling affected our utility setup. Before renting
Name
out
it
the
does so.
unit,
Let's see.
we need heating vents installed. Open the apartment's upgrades tab and dive back into configuration.
I already did that. I didn't realize you're waiting for me to do it.
The only thing left is installing the vents in rooms with no heating. Once we're done with that, we can find our first tenant and start earning some income.
There's a problem. There's a problem. I already spent the money. Yep, we'll say that's good. Alright. I'm gonna have to do a side job because I may or may not have accidentally spent the money I needed to put in there. Why can I not unlock that? It's fine. So let's go jobs, and we will say, alright. You want me to renovate your kitchen? Sure. Okay, so we're fixing this place up real fast. Okay, so we failed to repair that. Nope, try not to deal with budgeting on my days off. I work at a restaurant. Take her easy. Gotcha. Yeah, you take it easy as well. Alright. Wifey. Are you sleepy? Yeah, you did work at first. Tomb's really sleepy because she ended up working at first today, so she had to get up like unreasonably early, so she is spent. Item placement of the tenants goes beyond making sure that a given furniture can be reached. Some items have additional preferences as to where they should be placed. For example, fridges and sinks will have a lowered score due to not being positioned right next to a wall, while small decoration items will suffer a score penalty when placed on the floor, instead of on a surface top. Make sure you hover the warning icons to see which items scores are lowered. Alright. On top of that, good interior designers should consider item connections. Some items receive a bonus score when placed in close proximity to other specified items. One example would be placing a towel rack near a shower. Likewise, there are items that have negative connections with other furniture, which means that they should not be placed near each other. Cool. Oh, no, it's all good. All right, so they want modern. They do not like basic. They're looking for modern floors and specifically avoiding basic. All right. We have vintage bar. There we go. Now you want a kitchen sink. Where are your water hookups in this room? You do not have water hookups in this room. Which style of cabinet was it? It's not you, is it? That's club kitchen corner. Okay, so can't quite fit it there without blocking the door. Alright, it's definitely not an ideal layout. It bothers me too much. Alright, I usually don't care about it with games like this, because I know I'm going to fix this apartment up, and then we're never coming back to this apartment. That's not true. Well, you actually do end up coming back to, say, apartments that you fixed up previously, and then making future changes. Kitchen utensils. A fridge. We might need to move that. A cooker. Alright, so this stuff's gonna have to move. Whatever the weird cactus chair is gonna have to move. What are you? Oh, you're a clock. Okay. This can't be used as a desk, right? It can be. Excellent. That seems wildly inconvenient. Yeah, the poor person here who's got like an actual chair that can roll around, and you got a chair here that doesn't roll around, blocking them in, and they got the fridge like encroaching in behind them. It's perfect. Don't change it. I hate all these colors to this. The dark wood's gonna be better than the others. That window's actually poorly placed. Do you have not corner cabinets? I didn't see any. We can check again. So like the one I grabbed was the kitchen club countertop corner, but I didn't see another club countertop corner. I got like this night style, but none of the others. I don't say anything like to change the type or whatever. Kind of behind your head. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it's the club night style one, which is on the far right. So you don't need to worry about that. But there's like one or two over here, but you can see like the top of the name appearing. And they're like night style, which is this one, and like that one. But for whatever reason, it's saying that this countertop is only available for this job. Yeah, no, they got like lots of convenience of life things. So we got a star table. And a space table. All right. And you want chairs for your table. Okay, got the cooker. You want some wall plants. There we go. Some wall lamps. So I'm gonna end up having to put power on this wall anyways. Can you get your dialogue out of my face so I can actually place this? Okay, we're only gonna light up this side of the room because to heck with the other side of the room. You want kitchen hood. No, I've been placing stuff over there. Ah. Alright, get this out of the way for just a moment. You want a modern kitchen hood. Alright. I want to dismantle the window. I want to dismantle the window. I can't. It's fine. It's only deeply upsetting. Can I scooch that over enough to sneak this around and make it make no sense at all? Let's see. Which item I found should you alter? Oh, there's entire guides. You gotta look it up, man. I'm not gonna know that like off the top of my head. You just gotta look it up. That is what best friend Google's for. Google's not actually your friend. Can I? Here, we're gonna make one of those like useless cubby things in the back, where it's like a part of the shelf you really can't kind of reach, because stuff's just in the way. It's perfect. Kitchen wall cupboard. Please don't do this to me. Why would you do this? Why would you make it so I can't make these match? Why would you commit such violence? I hate it. Okay. I know what we're doing. Please. Let me turn it. Don't do this to me. Why did I choose this corner for the kitchen? That corner's no better. That corner's no better. Really, honestly, where their computers are is kind of the place it should go. Yeah, fine. That's what's happening. Right in front of the window. Alright, Alexander, have a good one. You want a kettle? Put that in the corner there. A juice squeeze. Bird furniture, a wall clock. And put it right by their computer so that to see the time the entire time and feel guilty about staying up too late. I wouldn't know anything about that. All right, so with that, we need to get power over here. Which that's handled. And you get a water hookup over here. And that's handled. I think we've got it. And it's a prestige B, so we got right in the range. We did not blow our budget, so heck yeah, let's deliver. And so they'll run around and like look at it. I do like the idea that just like they just have this corner of the counter that's kind of difficult to use because you got this fridge in the way and all that. You have this weird cabinet like directly above you at your gaming station. Yep. Then they walk around, they look at everything, they'll give you a review. Yay! Yep, so we got maximum value out of it. So I've got more money to go back to our property and do stuff with our property. So we can go to properties. Locate it. Do this. And you want me to put a vent in here. You're not going to leave me alone until I do. So put a vent
Good job.
in the bathroom.
Now let's head to the exit.
All right, so we got a bunch more furniture we can do. All right.
Looks like you've got the place ready to go. Let's go to the open house panel and start it right now. During an open house, people interested in your rental will come by to check the apartment out.
Cool. All right. So we're going to rent the apartment.
Looks like we got our first potential tenant. How exciting. Let's click on her and try to make a good deal. Keep in mind that the better the first impression your property makes, the more your tenants will be willing to pay for it.
Okay. So it has stuff like here that shows how happy they are. Keeping in mind, this house we went with modern. So far as their preferences. I do think it is literally just going to sit there and go there. Make an offer for entirely too much. Sure.
Good job. We've got our first tenant. I hope she'll like the place you've designed.
Alright, what a lovely place. I'm still trying to recharge my aura after moving in. I'm pretty sure I've become stronger than ever. I hope our relations flourish. Namaste, Cindy Gardner. It looks like the Wondersville mayor has an important job for you. The animal rescue shelter needs immediate renovation to allow the city to start housing stray pets. That can be found in the city streets. Look for the new job in the Pets app, the mobile phone, to complete it to unlock all Pets DLC content. Let's see. I really need a break from all the crimes against humanity in RimWorld. Maybe I should try a Landlord game instead. Yeah, we're one of those rare and fabled good landlords. Elite contracts are unique jobs. Yeah, they're just elite contracts. You'll have like really special stuff happen. So what they've just basically told us is the Pets DLC, which is the big thing that we're checking out. That's just become available. Please welcome the new landlord to our town. As you know, we have a bit of an... It said emigration crisis at the beginning. That people were leaving the town. Immigration crisis at the moment. The way you're phrasing that is... So the problem is the town is having an emigration problem, which is people are leaving the town. So not people are moving in, but they're moving out. So that's the thing that they're like trying to get you to help. So that's why I get confused with that. Because they even used emigration earlier. So to inspire folks to move back in, the city is going to pay extra for each tenant you sign as we deal with the crisis. These bonuses will change with time, so don't get used to them that much. I just want to inform you that the current bonus occupations are programmer and dietitian. Okay, so they added that basically they're saying like, hey, if you bring in people who are, dietitians and that, you get bonus. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to accept that because that means I can do longer leases. We can go into marketing. We can make it so we can learn about our tenants faster. And we can do longer and longer leases. Let's see. So those are like bank loans and that kind of stuff. Sorry for the yawn. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the longer leases first. So we can do full year long leases now. All right. So what we're looking for is they mentioned that there should be a thing here for renovating the mayor's place. Yeah, that's this one. The shelter needs help with a job. The poor animals have nowhere to go until the renovation is done. If everything goes according to plan, we can talk about further cooperation. Renovate the animal shelter. Your budget is $10,000. They don't care about prestige at all, but there is required and preferred furniture. Okay. I'm confused.
A friend of mine opened a shelter, but boy, it's in a rough shape and needs a serious makeover. I suggested you for the job because you're sharp and I already know you can handle work under pressure.
Okay, there it goes. I just had to wait for the dialogue, apparently. Not yet unlocked. Oh, this is interesting. So with the DLC, I'm going to eventually repair this entire shelter, but I'm going to go section by section. Okay, I can get behind that. Okay, tags are used to better categorize items by their visual function and aspects. Each item and material has at least one tag associated with it. Both in renovation jobs and while designating your own interiors, it's a good job to consider the customer's preferences. Clients as well as tenants may have both their preferred tags and the tags they despise. Keep in mind that you can always use tag filters to easily find items you're looking for, or try to click on a tag preferences box to renovation checklist. Always keep tabs on the room style diagrams when going to finalize the menu holding the Alt button. If you need even more information, you can always click at a given room to find the aspects detailed and run down with tags. Cool. So it's interesting that this is the first time I've seen this where we have, I can't access that part of the building. It's not yet available, but this part is. All right. So we need to renovate this place. They would like modern and contemporary, but avoid rustic. With a prestige of at least C. So this is for the dog room and the cat room. Okay. So the dogs get that room. So we're currently working on the dog room. Carpeting that room is a mistake. Carpeting that room is a mistake. Yeah, so for the record, because I haven't played the game much, I'm working in a very limited palette right now, which is the reason I'm cringing. I've only got 49 out of 178 wallpapers available, which is the reason why it's like, It's just as bad as putting in the room you're gonna have the animals. Thank you for the biddies, Cookie. Yeah, that's the thing. Was like, this is gonna be the room for the animals. I'm like, oh, you do not, you don't want that room to be a carpeted room. Carpets, carpet's gonna get real gross real fast. That's fine. It can stay gray. The doggo corner. Okay. I like how I have to even consider it's like, is it a modern food dish? Thank you, Ian Neck, for the poem and the 100 biddies. Like, yes, I too can ruin a room. I just need to commit the time to make it happen. Alright, so you want dog toys that are, again, either contemporary or modern. Those are taking a... You tag builder thing? Yeah, so I've got it. Yeah, I need to, do that. I could do that right here. So that's the door. I mean to actually pin that. I'm sorry, dogs. I give you more variety of toys, but this is the only contemporary or modern toy we have available. So dog food. The good news is apparently all dog food is contemporary. Just in case you were curious. I also don't know where I'm gonna put it. I also feel like you shouldn't store the dog food with the dogs. I feel like at a minimum that should be like in a separate closet or something. Yeah, all dog food is temporary. It says, I think that's be a room for the people wanting to adopt and play with the dogs. Something like that. I still feel like you should keep the dogs and the food separated so far as storage. Like, obviously the food dish needs to be where the dogs are, but the storage should be someplace. And the treats same. Okay, so we're at a prestige of C. Is there any shelves we can get? Alright. There is no shelves. Shelves in that room, yes. Shelves alone just means a larger potential mess. Thank you, Varinus, for the 100 biddies and triggering that hype train. I really do appreciate it. I do really appreciate that support. It does mean a lot. You need to see, I think you have prestige D of D right now. If I'm understanding. Yes, that is what is currently happening. Is I'm I don't have to have C, but I'll be paid much better if I get C. Okay, so I believe that was the night kitchen or whatever it is. Oh, I see. I grabbed the wrong one. I understand. I didn't want to get rid of stuff on top of it, but that's okay. Ah, perfect. That way you can have those cabinet doors you can't quite open. One second. All right. Putting the pupper food up here. As well as the pupper snacks. Can you stack the food? No. I mean, it looks like you can, but doesn't let you actually do it. It's fine. The big thing is it's not on the floor. Which I know the game doesn't care about that for the dog food specifically. But for me, I'm like, you don't want that dog food on the floor in the room with the dogs. Oh, is there a dog one? So we got... That's supposed to be the dog? There's no electricity in this room? No, there's no electricity in this room. What is even the point? Yeah, we probably shouldn't burn our money trying to, Oh, good. We'll just put an MRI in there with the dogs. It's fine. That's interesting that it won't let me put that in there. Oh, it can't be near a wall or something? I don't know. There. Keep your puppy clean. Is there another color variant of that?
Thank you, Ionek, for subscribing for 3 months.
Thank you, Nick, for the tier
Rules,
1s.
wee woo rules, wee woo rules, love.
Thank you, Nick, for the T1 sub. You've been subbed to the channel for 3 months, and I really do appreciate that continued support. It does mean a lot, so thank you so much for that continued support. I do hope you're enjoying your advertisement-free viewing as well as access to the emote. This thing is garish. I want you to be darker colors. It's fine. All right. Well, the dog's room is done. No one cares about cats, so we're moving on. No, I'm teasing. All right. So for the cats. Hey, Insane Sport, how's it going? All right. So the cats, they also want carpeted floor because we can have nothing interesting. Thank you, Varinus, for another 100 biddies. I really do appreciate that. Just gonna make it also red. It's fine. So cat beds. We'll put them right by the window. That way the people can, you know, peer in at the sleeping cats, making them really want to adopt those, you know, said cats. How you doing tonight? Pretty good. We've been playing a variety of games. Mostly been pretty good stuff. We had one game that was, you know, early access that was a bit buggy, so we couldn't do a whole lot with it. But generally speaking, it's been pretty good. All right. There we go. So we've got the cat dishes. Oh, you need more cat bowls than that. All right, let's do the thing where we cram all the cat dishes. Oh, it's too close. We cram all the cat dishes too close to each other, so that when one cat finishes, they immediately turn to the other cat's food and start eating it as well, and that there's nothing you can do to keep the cats from just causing utter mayhem. You want me to have 3 shelves? Okay. You know, it's a game I need to go back to see if they've done updates to. I need to go back to Hotel Renovator and see if they ever made significant updates to that. Because we had a lot of fun with Hotel Renovator on the channel when it came out. And I haven't been back since. There's some cat toys. Excellent. We're going to put it up on the shelf where it's floating tenuously. Perfect for the cats to get up there and cause it to get unbalanced and knock it down. It'll be great. It's going to kill someone. Yes, it is. Also, real talk, what cat food comes in like a paint can? Like, cat food usually comes in like these little tiny tins like that, or they're like a big bag of like the hard stuff, versus like getting like a paint can of cat food. It's perfect. Don't change it. All right. While we're making unwise decisions, let's go ahead and add some candles to the scene. Cats ordered that size. Yes, cat who claims they've never been fed a single time in their entire existence claim, has decried that only the largest food will be accepted. A pet toy chest? Sure. And you want 3 cabinets. Look, man, even Crazy Cat Lady does not have the budget for that much cat food. She loves her cats, but the cats are going to just have to understand. All right. Preferred food. Pet food container. All right. So yeah, I think we got all of it done. They're both C rank. They both got our stuff. So there is our fantastic place. So we've got a room for our cats with their beds by the window, so everyone standing out in the literal trash outside can look in and see all the adorable cats. They have all their food dishes where they can go to war with each other. We have all our tenuous placed cat food and snacks with, lit candles going to be right there underneath all of it, spoiling the food as well as burning the place down. There's nothing actually wrong with that corner. Followed by the dog's room, which actually we've designed fairly responsibly with, some food dishes, some toys, some beds, some cleaning products for your dogs, and then all the food raised off the ground, so hopefully the dogs not having a chair or something that they can climb up onto to get on the counter as easily will not succeed in doing so very often. All right. And I believe we've accomplished all of our stuff for delivering that job. Wait. To get to the cats in and out of the room, you have to go to the dog room? I'm sure there'll be no issues. So, the thing is, you have to...
Need your help. It seems that something has happened in the...
Say, hey, you, believe it or not, but I've got a bunch of roaches roaming around the apartment. What the heck? I could really use some assistance, boss. This one's pretty nasty. I'll send my uncle right away.
I'm in the apartment, awaiting your orders. I reckon we should eliminate all those nasty bugs with a hefty dose of the anti-bug spray. It's...
Yay, landlord points is a secondary currency you spend on various items, gifting, sabotage, or whatever. You can obtain landlord points in the following scenarios. A successful end of lease, tenants renovation requests, an elite contract job, or using Uncle Steve to help tenants. The status bar is covering, so keep in mind the quality of your into the number of landlord points being granted. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's the quality of how well you take care of things is what that's talking about.
That's what I call a job well done. Let's exit the apartment. The tenant should be thankful we helped them.
Let's see. Babysit job unlocked. New jobs are available. Yay. Wait, was she wearing a gas mask? Wait, hang on. Stop showing me this. I'm trying to see. Thank you for the DLC thing, but you just pulled me away, so it's fine. Never mind. Oh, no.
It feels kind of empty, don't you think? In good old Wondersville, there are a bunch of stray pets needing a home. Oh, look. We've got one right here. Just...
Before proceeding to help, you must first calm the pet down. To do this, move your cursor over its head, and while holding down the left mouse button, gently move your mouse. If you're too quick, the pet will get stressed. So we're calming down the kitty. To splint, use the Z and C keys to remote. Aw, it's a poor hurt pet. Are you, like, actually hurt? To bandage the paw, place the bandage first, and while holding down the left mouse button, trace the path to connect all things. Aww. Send it to a tenant. Choose a tenant who will take care of the pet for trial adoption, or send it to the shelter. Sadly, it's only going to let me send it to the shelter. The fact that it was like a panicked meow and a trunk sound, feels a little uncomfy. They just keep giving me
awesome job.
Furniture.
That little guy will remember you forever. Let's head back to the shelter and see how the new tenant is settling in.
One second, I've got so many things popping in. They try to solve this problem. And we're level 13 now, because we're getting these quests that are like super late in the game normal. So I'm just sitting on an army of points. So that's the tenant research rate. We have the tenant stuff where we can do all sorts of obnoxious, awful things. Unlocks gifting books. There was a thing about having it where multiple people could stay in a unit. I'm trying to remember where that was. I thought it was here. Oh, rooms for rent. Okay, yeah, so we want to do that and then this. Because otherwise I can't, I can't do like rooms for rent. I don't really care about the player storage. We'll do the expert marketing on the housing, and we will choose to be able to learn about our tenants really fast. Okay. But check out our pets. We found a the cat's name is Prince, who is a Persian cat in the slums. Alright. The first tab of the shelter provides the shelter-related details. Here you can also schedule upgrades, carry out renovations, and initiate adoptions. Okay. The second tab displays a list of animals associated with the shelter. Select the animal of interest to adopt it or devote some attention to it. For example, by tossing them a treat.
See? Our little pal seems quite pleased with his new home. If
That's-
you ever run out of room for more stray pets, you can invest some cash into expanding the shelter. Have a peek at the shelter panel to see how much there's still left to do.
Why is the cat in the dog's room? Play with the cat. Mouse over the food can to move the pet over the pet's bowl. Okay. Excellent. We have done an important deed this day. Begin adoption. Select. Okay.
Now all we've got to do is sit tight for a few days. I see that we've got some unpaid bills piled up. As you can see, you can pay each bill separately, but for now,
I know how to
pay
pay
all
bills,
at
man.
once. From now on, you'll have to keep tabs on our payments. I was never that good with numbers.
All right. So supposedly, stop telling me things.
Thankfully, they hit it off. Otherwise, he'd have to head back to the shelter and you'd be on the hunt for a new home. Some folks aren't too keen on pets. But hey, even the most stubborn ones can eventually warm up. Now let's see how they're doing.
Okay, so let's check on it. Sure. Yeah, so what's a purple coin purse in the background? Purple coin purse in the background. Oh yeah, there's hidden stuff that gives you like tiny little bits of money. And other stuff. Yep, so we got the cat there, and it's like, cool. What was that trying to tell me? Thanks for having me solve the problem. I don't think I like pets, but this one, it's so soft fur, cute little feet, soulful eyes. I'll give it a chance. Great, I know I could count on you. Cool.
The little guy is settling in nicely at his new home, but it's a bit cramped, lacking a comfy bed and food bowls. How about giving them a bit of help and giving this guy all the things he needs?
So just clarifying, I am the landlord, which is fine. I'm the landlord, and I was like, yo, you should adopt this pet. And they're like, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to adopt a pet. Okay. Like, you know what? I'm convinced. I'll adopt the pet. And you're like, cool. All right, now you adopted the pet. I'm going to go ahead and buy you all the things you need to take care of the pet. I don't feel like that's how that works. I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's just a weird thing. It was like, wait, I'm the one providing this stuff? There, we'll have a little cat bed at the end of the bed. It's like, I thought like I would hook the person up, you know, deal with all the adoption fees or whatever. And it's like, cool, take care of your pet. You're the landlord that forces pets on tenants. I'm under the impression you bring the pet by, and then the tenant's like, all right, cool.
Uh-oh. It seems that our tenant forgot to pay her first rent. Fortunately, there are a few things you can do about it. Go to the Finances panel. Now you need to click on the Remind option and pick an appropriate reaction. Since it's our first issue with this tenant, I'd go with the polite choice.
Yeah, so
Good
basically...
choice. Now we need to wait and see how she reacts.
I haven't done it
If she
yet.
doesn't have the money to pay now, you'll need to nag at her every week until she finally pays.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You can choose to do different stuff. I've noticed you still haven't paid the month. Sorry, I've got no money. I hate to be the one to tell you, there's a problem with that. Alright, so you have the uncle's gonna do stuff. Okay. She's just like, nah, I can't pay the rent, not gonna pay the rent. Kinda broke. You just gotta go, They just sent you all the overdue money. Sorry for the delay. I threw in some extra since you're cool. Also a thing that doesn't really happen. Okay. And those little heart things make the feel faster. It's like it wants me to. Oh. Yeah. So I guess we're waiting for stuff to happen here. Yeah. So we gotta wait for them to either succeed or whatever. I assume the default one is like the first one just succeeds. It's got a notification by here and I don't know what to do about it. All right. So. Unlock requirements met, not for sale, check in soon.
Now we can rest easy knowing that the little guy has everything he needs. How about spending some quality time with him now until he's more settled?
Let's see. Quick update. The pet's doing great. I think I've grown quite fond of this little guy. Looks like he's going to be my companion for a long time now. Yes. Play with the pet.
Poor fella. Seems scared being here. Why not give him a pat and a little snack to munch on to let him know it's okay? It'll take some time before he fully trusts you.
They just keep giving me things. Take care of their pets to entertain them with activities to gain their trust. Trust increases to unlock new interactions and rewards. Cool. All right. So we've done that. Yeah, kitty. But yeah, that's the big thing with the DLC is all the animal stuff. Like the rest of the game was already a thing there. But that, and where I grabbed the backpack, that's influence. That's where you could do stuff to honestly basically sabotage people. When you have a tenant who's really problematic, you're like, you know what? I don't want them to be here anymore. But their lease isn't up. Well... Okay, so I need way more money to do an auction. So in the meantime, what I'm gonna have to do is this, which is jobs. You need help finding the right tenant. Will grant plus 12 happiness. Oh, weird. That's weird. This is a new thing. So apparently, if I do this one, it'll actually make Cindy happy. Sure. I'm curious. I can't wait to see the results. I'll send a pro in to fix that. So what we're looking for is they'll have an apartment score on what they think about the apartment. The catch being that different people have different aesthetics. Okay, so you got good. Good is about. Background check and tenacity. Currency check. No criminal record, no debt. Let's see. Tenancy history. Address opinion bad. The other one opinion bad. Aw. Like the last two people that we worked with, they didn't go well. We're doing background checks and that is what we're doing. Opinion bad on all of them. Alright, we're still gonna go with it. Negotiate, we're gonna go a little bit higher than we expect. For a full year. Could go halfway in between. And they took it. I actually did check what they wanted it. Oh, I didn't even look to see if she fit the criteria.
Right.
So you want people... Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Had to pay our bills. So you want people with no criminal history, between 24 and 49, with at least one tenancy. I don't know why I bothered. That's not the person I'm looking for. They're...
Yeah.
Alright, so 24 to 49.
Right.
That's fine. Okay, so we need one more person. You're at fine. Looking for better than that, we need to make it happen, like, now.
Whoa.
Okay. So, she's got a horrific criminal history. So we're gonna ask her to leave. I need this to happen now. I actually don't really have a good scope of how fast time is passing, kind of thing. Oh, the client's gonna be mad because they wanted 3 pet tenants. And I only got them 2. So we're gonna get in trouble that we didn't get enough people. Which just means I won't get paid the full amount. Alright, actually... Oh, interesting. They were happy. All right, okay.
Looks like your tenant's lease is ending soon. I'd suggest renegotiating the terms for another few months, but it's up to you. Keep in mind that the happier the tenants are with you, the more they'll be willing to extend their lease and potentially pay more rent.
Yes. So that's all landlords. We're going to immediately go, yeah, I want to raise the price. You're literally trying to make me pay. There. So I managed to drag the price up even higher, like the typical landlord, that every time you turn around, your rent is just more and more expensive. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so we have new jobs. But yeah, so you get the idea of the game cycle at this point, that what end up happening is it'd save up money to then go and buy one of these other properties. They go on auction occasionally, but right now, you get the idea that the prices are around like 170, 200,000. You can take bank loans, but I don't think I could take a bank loan that high, nor would I, considering it's 10 times the amount of money I have almost. But so what you end up doing is the early game is you take the jobs you have, and there's a good like 4 or 5 different types. Like some you renovate an apartment, some you will help them find people to stay at the apartment they already own, like the one we just did. There are ones where you have to do like very like special kind of things and all that. Yeah, so you have to like babysit the apartments, that kind of thing. So you've got all that good stuff. So that can all be a blast and all. And through that you start putting together money, and you'll get more money than what you're seeing here. You'll see like these ones are like only 6 and 9,000. But there's all that. What's Oh, they got. I was like, why is? It's just telling me that they basically aren't staying there while the water's leaking. But yeah, so they've got all that, but that's basically the game loop. Is you do those jobs until you make enough money, and when you make enough money, you get an apartment, and then you start renting it out to basically work for yourself. But like one apartment's not enough to keep it, so you can just like wait. I mean, you can wait it out, but it'd be very, very slow. So then you take on a second job. And do that kind of thing. But you kind of repeat that. It seems like the pets from where they fit in is they have just the whole process of you find like random strays, you like calm them down, and all of them for some reason every single one of them needs a splint. Just apparently this entire person, like every single animal has hurt its paw, I guess. But then you have a whole mechanic about like getting the animals in good homes with tenants and all that. But yeah, so that's interesting. It's like petting my horse in Red Dead. It's a precautionary splint. Oh, good. Send the pet. Let's see, this pet already made it's already made it to his new home. He's still a little shy, but I'm sure a couple days will sell. What's up, bro? I want to it'd be pretty cool if we could run some renovation work at this crib. What do you say? I'm quite comfortable in our home. My pets aren't exactly feeling the same. Sure, let's do it. Hashtag hype. And if you didn't catch, your people have personalities, and some of them are pretty cringe. Okay. So we need to begin renovations. What did you even want here? Why is there a stack of money in the middle of the room? Oh, you want just more stuff for the pets. All right. All right. There's just weirdly there's just what looks like money in the middle of the room. What do you do in this? Raise them. Oh, I mean, there is a mechanic that like when your lease comes up, you can like when the lease comes up, you do put like try and negotiate a higher rate in that if you want. You can keep it the same. But yeah, you can sit there and nickel and dime and bring it up. The game does let you do some pretty crappy things. Like there's the whole thing that with the tenants, if you have someone you're trying to get rid of who's still in the middle of their lease kind of thing, you can take the time to be like, okay, we're trying to find it. Like I could go to her and be like, I don't want her around anymore, sabotage, and I could send a person with a trumpet in there to just like be obnoxious and everything to get them to want to, end their lease early. So you can do some crappy stuff. But generally speaking, you can give them gifts to make them happy, to like keep, get them more likely to renew their rent, raise the prices if you want. Like you don't have to be an awful landlord, but you can be if you want. They will ask you, be like, hey, can you make the place nicer? Hey, I've got this problem, and you can take care of it. Why is there snow like isolated right here? Pet shelter adoption allowance. Okay. I don't really understand that, but sure. You could like watch their happiness, and you can take care of like to make the best money. You end up wanting to keep your tenants really happy, kind of thing. Because then they're more likely to be willing to pay more. They're more likely to stick around. Versus when you like rotate through people, they tend to cause more problems and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. Aw. So this one actually was favoring its paw in a noticeable way when we saw it. But yeah, so the pets thing is the new thing. The game itself has been out, like fully released, for a while now. And as I said, this is not a sponsored stream, but the Tenants did sponsor me way in the past. It was the very first sponsor for the channel. And I really do appreciate that. They sent me a plushie of your Uncle Steve who fixes everything, as a thank you when I did the sponsor stream. Because I don't think many people did the sponsor stream. It's a fun game. Now you have to like the game loop, of course. If doing these little jobs on your phone, like if you don't enjoy this part where you go and you like renovate the apartments, that's basically the game. That's like not liking House Flipper, like flipping the houses and playing House Flipper. You're not gonna have a good time because that is the game loop. But like I said, I didn't put in like hundreds of hours of this, but when it first dropped, when I got early access from the devs, after the sponsored stream, like I didn't play it on stream again, but I did end up putting like 30 or 40 or whatever, like 20, 30 hours or whatever it was in the game off stream because I just kind of enjoyed like the chill, decorating the apartments. Some of the really difficult ones get really brutal, that you sit there and you get a tiny little room, you're like, you need to put these 10 things here. That's almost like a puzzle game at that point, because you're like, okay, you want these 10 things in this tiny room. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Oh, automatically pay the bills, please. Don't remind me. Anyways, with that said, I do think I'm going to switch games, because you've seen basically what the game loop is now. Me playing more of it, you're just going to see more of that, which is fine. And I do want to check out some more games tonight. But yeah, so I enjoy this game. I actually don't... What are you running right now? Let's look. And again, not sponsored. I want to be very clear. All right. Oh, I typed the wrong thing in. Yeah. Well, it's being silly. Yeah, so they were making too much noise, and like the building people were getting mad. But yeah, I could deal with that. So I don't know why the Steam thing's not working. Okay, so Firebot's fine. I don't know. It's just that command's not working. That's fine. But yeah, I don't think they charge too much for it. I'm really hoping this doesn't blast audio, so I apologize if it does. I do have a limiter on it. Okay. The price it's currently running is $20. $20 without a sale. So I mean, I'm not unhappy if I would have bought it. That said, obviously you gotta like the game loop, and I do know for some people who watched it the last time, they're like, that seems very like it feels very repetitive, and I understand that. But I enjoyed it, and again, not sponsored. So with all that said, for the people on the YouTube side, I'm going to be stopping the recording so I can get on to the next game on stream side. So for you who are going to be over on YouTube, see you on the next one.